Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. So the weather turned out to be pretty decent this weekend, so I scheduled an appointment to get my windows tinted on the truck, and I'm going to install a Gator cover for the bed. So let's quickly take a look how the tinting came out, and let's get to installing the cover. Alright guys, so I opted to go with a Gator EFX hard trifold tonneau cover. Basically what we get in the box is we have two side rails, we have a cover, and a bunch of accessories that comes with it. Let me quickly dump all of it. We get 3 clamps per side. We get a seal that goes for the bulkhead of the bed. We get additional seals that go, I believe, in the middle of the clamp, and I'll just double check it as I do the install, and I'll repeat myself again. And we have 4 of these holders. That's for the front of the third piece that actually stays stationary on the cover. And we have 2 drain hoses that actually get hooked up right here. Alright, so let's go ahead and get the rails installed, and then the cover. Alright guys, so as I'm going to be going through the install, I'm going to be making quick notes if there's something to actually note other than what is written in the instructions. But basically, they provide you with a bunch of these rubber gaskets to go right behind where the clamp area is. So you can see right here it says clamp, and then there is this little stopper right here. And so basically what happens is this area that goes up against the bed, if there's any space, you'll be able to press on it. You'll see it's got a little bit of flex. So what you want to do is, in this area, you want to put one of these spacers, right? These rubber spacers. So when it's nice and tight with the clamp, it's actually going to stay tight, right? Okay, so that's basically all I wanted to note. Based on what I just saw on my truck, I'll need a spacer here, and I will need a spacer here. This area is actually nice and tight, so I don't need one in the front. All right, so let's go ahead and keep installing. Hey guys, correction on my part. These filler strips, they don't go on top. They actually go right underneath this plastic piece between the bed and this plastic piece right here. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can. Anyway, you get the idea. It's actually right between this plastic piece and metal body. once you install the clamps, don't get them super tightened, just snug. That way, if you need to make any adjustments once the cover is on, and then later you can tighten them once everything's installed. Alright guys, so both rails are now installed. We're going to install this gasket right along the line of this bulkhead and get it pretty close to the edge, not towards the cab, towards the bed. All right. To have excess, just trim it off right at the edge. Alright guys, let's get the bed cover on. As per the instructions, this seal needs to be covering the bulkhead, but the actual cover itself should not be rising up on the bulkhead, which is obviously pretty self-explanatory, so let's go ahead and do that. Alright guys, once the bed is installed, make sure you get everything aligned properly to the front, to the sides. You need to take measuring tape, do that. Check all your gaskets, make sure they are aligned properly. Alright, and then once you do that, once everything's ready, go ahead and use these clips. There's 2 per side to get the front portion tied into to your rails. Okay, and then get rails all nicely tightened up. Alright guys, so just to show you very quickly, this is what it's going to look like on the final install. Alright, so this is your back clip and the forward clip. Also, I'm going to install the drain hoses. Don't forget to do that. Alright, unless you don't want to. And again, these clips, retighten them. Don't get them super tight, but tight enough according to the instructions. Alright guys, a quick recap. Don't forget your drain hoses. There are a couple of different options where you can drain them. There's an access port right there. There's an access port right there. So you choose whatever works for you. These are the clips that hold this portion to the rails. Get them nice and tight. There's a little bit of a lip here, so make sure you get that lip properly right up against the rail. Same thing for the back part and the other two. All right, and don't forget to tighten the clips that hold the rails to the bed. Just a quick note here, there are little notches here, so make sure it does go inside one of those notches. Top one works for me. Okay, so like I said, get everything aligned properly, measure both sides, make sure it's nice and centered. Open this thing up before you tighten everything down. All right, so let's go ahead and open it and see what it looks like as a finished product. So I just quickly wanted to point one thing out. See the back seal? It's nice and tight to the gate. You want to make sure when you get the rails aligned properly, just make sure that the rail, and that works for me, maybe it works differently for you, but the bottom portion of the rail pretty much is flush with the plastic portion of the bed. All right, and again, play around with it, get the gate up and down a couple times just to make sure it sits nice and flush with the bed. Otherwise, it's this rubber piece is going to either keep catching on the gate, or it's going to sit way up high. Okay, or again, it could be misaligned. Initially, first time I did this part was sitting a lot higher than the left side. Okay, so quickly, as for the functionality, hopefully you can see it. It's getting pretty dark, so hopefully you'll be able to see some of these things. But there's a cable here. You pull it, get this portion of the cover up. Same thing on the other side. There's a cable right here. Pull it, flip this up. You can do it with one hand, obviously, as you can see. And that's pretty much it. So you can't open it fully up. There are bed covers, I should say, that can go all the way up. I was okay with this, and if I need to remove it completely to get extra space, it's only, like I said, 4 clips, so it's not a big deal. But you can ride like this. There are a couple of clips here. Get them nice and tight, and you're good to go riding like this. Okay, so let's get this back up. Again, super simple. Get both sides clicked in. I mean, you can drop it. I don't want to drop it, but get both sides. Make sure it's nice and clicked in. All right, same thing for the back. 1. All right, and 2. All right, that's it. Get the gate back up. And like I said, sits nice and snug all the way across. Just a quick point also, obviously once you get it out of the box, it's going to take a little while for some of these rubber seals to flatten out. You can let it be like this and let the sun do its job, right? Or you could take a heat gun and get these things straightened out nice and flush. Up to you. I'm probably just gonna get a heat gun, speed up the process a little bit. But overall, so far, I'm pretty happy with what we got. It's nice and low profile cover, and it looks pretty good. Alright guys, so that was a quick and fairly easy install of the Gator hard bed cover for my 2023 Chevy Silverado 1500. So realistically, if I wouldn't be recording this video, I would have gotten this thing installed in less than half hour. So obviously it took me a little bit longer than that, but it is a pretty straightforward install. So hopefully this video was useful to some of you. If you liked the video, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you guys soon. Take care.